Hello everyone, I am your host Ayushi Karasetia and welcome back to our channel Pabbly. So in this video, we are going to learn that how we can generate daily motivational quotes and post on social media platforms automatically. So let's take an example that you are a motivational speaker and you are posting motivational quotes on social media platform on a regular basis. Now you want to generate the motivational quotes automatically and you want to post on social media platform automatically. For that, we need to create an integration or a connection between the Google Slides and your social media platform so that using the template of the Google Slide, automatically the motivational quotes get generated and it should get shared on the social media platform. So this will be useful for you if you are a motivational speaker, blogger, a writer or a counselor or a business leader who wants to motivate their employees, or any other professional can use this particular automation. So in this particular integration, we are posting the motivational quotes on Facebook and Twitter. So not only these two social media platforms, you can use any other social media platform for sharing your motivational quotes, or you can even share on the mails, on the WhatsApp numbers also. So in order to create an integration between Google Slides and social media platform, we are going to use a software application named Pabbly Connect. So basically, Pabbly Connect is an automation and integration software which will help us in integrating Google Slides with social media platform automatically. The best part here is it doesn't require any coding skills or programming knowledge. Even a non-technical person can use this software application very easily. So let us learn the integration process now. For this, let us type Pabbly, pabbly.com in our browser. This is the website of Pabbly. Here we have to come to products and click on Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly Connect. As you are the first time user, you have to click on sign up for free option. You can create your own account in just 2 minutes by clicking on this option. And by signing up over here, you will get 100 tasks free every month. As I already have an account with Pabbly Connect, I'll simply click on Sign In. In the All Apps section, come to Pabbly Connect and click on Access Now. This is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. Here we have to create a workflow. For that, come to this plus sign and click on Create Workflow. Here we have to give a name to the workflow. So I'm just adding the name as Generate Daily Motivational Quotes and Post on Social Media Platform. Here you can give the workflow name as per your requirement and simply click on Create. Now here we can see a trigger window and an action window. So Pabbly Connect works on the concept of trigger and action. Trigger means when this happens, action means do this. So in this use case, we want the motivational quotes to be posted on a regular basis. For that, open this trigger window and here in the choose application, let us find schedule. How often you want to run your workflow? So when do you want to send the motivational quotes? We want the motivational quotes should be shared on the social media platform on a regular basis. So I'm selecting this everyday option over here. Now here we have to select the time. Please insert the time in UTC time format only. Okay. So I'm just giving the random time over here right now. That is 10 AM in the morning. Okay. So if I want the motivational quotes to be shared at 10 AM, here I have to map the UTC time. So I have just converted the time over here. 10 AM IST will be 4:30 AM UTC. So we have to give 4:30 AM over here. Okay, so I'm just going to change the time. Let us give it as 4:30 AM. And let's click on Save. Schedule successfully. Okay. And here we can see that the response is received and it is scheduled for every day at the time is 4:30 AM. Okay. Now we want the motivational quotes to be generated automatically. Okay. So I'll just take you to a wonderful website over here, that is zencodes.io. It is a wonderful website. Using the API, we can get the quotes in Pabbly Connect over here. So when we scroll down and here we can find these 3 URLs. So these URLs doesn't require the API key. Okay. So I'm just using this particular URL to generate the quotes. For that, I'll just come to Pabbly Connect and here in the action window, I'm just going to select the application name as API. Here we have to select the action event as get. Okay. Here we have to give the endpoint URL. So I'll just go to the URL. I'll just copy it from here. Okay. I'll move back to Pabbly Connect and I'll paste the link URL over here. Okay. Now the authentication is required. I'm just selecting it as no authentication, no auth. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see that this is the quote we have received through the response and this is the author name. So now we want to capture the current date also. For that, come to this plus sign and click on add action step. Here in the choose application, let us find date and time formatter. In the action event, we have to select current date. Click on connect. Now here we have to select the basic format. So I want the date format to be DD, MM and YY. I am selecting this format. Include time in response. No, I don't want to include the time in response. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can find today's date. Now we want to create a presentation using the template. So I'll just show you the template which I have already created in my Google Drive over here. And the template name is quotes. So this is the basic template which I have created. You can create the template as per your requirement, a creative one. Okay. Here I have given the parameters for the quote and the author. So whenever we map the data, the quote will be mapped over here. It will be displayed over here in this curly braces and the author name will be displayed over here. Okay. So I want the motivational quotes to be displayed in this particular template. For that, come to Pabbly Connect. Here we have to click on this plus sign, add action step. Here we have to select the application name as Google Slides. In the action event, we have to select create presentation from template. Click on connect. Click on add new connection. Click on connect with Google Slides. Now here we have to choose an account in which account we have created the template. So I'll just choose my account over here. Pabbly Connect Drive wants additional access to your Google account. So let's click on continue and give away the access as the data is 100% safe with Pabbly Connect. Authorization successful. Okay, now the Google Slides are connected to Pabbly Connect just because I was already logged into my Google account. Okay, now here we have to select the template presentation title name. So here the title name is quotes. So we have to select the same over here, that is quotes. Now here we have to give the title of the new presentation. So it means whenever a new motivational quote is generated, what should be the name? So I want the name to be the date, okay, along with that quotes. So I'll just map the date which we have got from date and time formatter, that is 2nd of February 2022. Okay, and after that I'm just adding quotes. Okay, I have given the title for the new presentation. Now here we have to give the location. Where do you want to save this particular new motivational quote, new file? So here we have to select a location. I have already created a folder in my Google Drive named quotes. So I want all the motivational quotes to be saved over here in this particular folder. Okay. So we have to select the folder name over here. The folder name is quotes. Okay. Now here we have to map the quote and the author name. So let us map the quote and author which we have received here. This one. Okay. So I'm just going to map both of these over here. Let us map it from API by Pabbly. Okay. And this is the quote. And let us map the author name from API by Pabbly, and this was the author name. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can find a presentation ID. Okay, the response is received. It means a new presentation is generated. It means a new file is generated. So I'll just go to the quotes over here, and here we can find the file. I'll just open it and I'll check. Okay, and here we can find that our motivational quote is ready. Okay, so let's move back to Pabbly Connect. Now here I'm just going to apply a delay of 1 minute because sometimes Google Slides may take time to create this particular presentation or a new file. Okay, so for a safer side, I'm just going to add the delay. So let's click on add action step, click on this plus sign. In the choose application, let us find delay. How much delay you want to put into your workflow? So it will be delay for, and here we have to select the unit. It is minutes, hours, days, weeks. You can select it as per your requirement. I'm just taking it as 1 minute. Here we have to give the value, and let's click on save and send test request. So the post will be created, it will be delayed after 1 minute. It means that it will be posted on the social media platform 1 minute after the specific time. Okay. Now before posting it on social media platform, we want to create a thumbnail also. For that, come to this plus sign and click on add action step one more time. Here in the choose application, let us find Google Slides. Here in the action event, we have to select get a thumbnail. Click on connect. Here we have to choose the select existing connection option because we have recently created a connection with Google Slides. Let's click on save. Okay. Now here we have to map the presentation ID which we have received over here. Okay. So we have to map this particular presentation ID. I'm just scrolling down. Okay. Here we have to click on this mapping button and I'll just erase this data. And we have to select it from Google Slides and this is the presentation ID. Okay. Now here the page object ID is automatically captured. We are not going to make any changes over here. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received and here we can find the content URL. Okay. Here we can find a thumbnail is generated over here. So now we want to post the motivational quotes on social media platform. So the first social media platform I'm using is Facebook pages. For that, click on this add action step. Here in the choose application, let us find Facebook pages. In the action event, we have to select create page photo. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Facebook pages. Authorization successful. Okay, now the Facebook account is connected to Pabbly Connect just because I was already logged into my Facebook account. So make sure before creating a connection, you are logged into your Facebook account. Now here we have to select the Facebook page name. So I'll just take you to my Facebook account once. So the Facebook page name which I am using is St. James Higher Education. I want the motivational quotes to be posted on this particular page. So we have to select the same page over here. So I'm just going to find the same page. That is St. James Higher Education. Now here the page access token is automatically captured. We are not going to make any changes. Here we have to map the photo URL. So here we have to map the thumbnail which we have generated from the Google Slides. So let us select the thumbnail from Google Slides. I'm just scrolling down. Here we have to map the content URL. Okay. Here we have to give the description. So I'm just adding the description as quote of the day for, and I'm just adding the date which we have got from date and time formatter. Okay. So the description will be quote of the day for this particular date. Okay. And let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. It means a new post has been shared on our Facebook page. So let's move back to Facebook page. I'll just scroll down. Okay. And here we can find our motivational quote. Quote of the day for 2nd of February 2022. Okay, and here we can find the quote. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. Now we want the same motivational quote to be shared on our Twitter account also. For that, come to this plus sign and click on add action step. Here in the choose application, let us find Twitter. In the action event, we have to select create tweet with media. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Twitter. Now authorize Pabbly Connect to access your account. Let's click on authorize app. Authorization successful, and now the Twitter account is connected to Pabbly Connect just because I am already logged into my Twitter account also. Now here we have to map the message. So I'm just adding the same message over here and let us add the date from date and time formatter. Okay, and this was the date. Here we have to map the media file URL, the same media URL which we have received from Google Slides. That is get a thumbnail. Okay, and this was the URL, that is the content URL. Here we have to select the media category as image and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. It means a new tweet has been created on our Twitter account. So let's move to Twitter account. Okay, and here we can find the same motivational quote is shared on our Twitter account also. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect. Now, as we have shared the motivational quotes on both our social media platforms, that is Facebook and Twitter, if you want to share it on other social media platforms, you can share by clicking on this plus sign, by adding the new action steps, or else if you want to share it on the WhatsApp number or you want to send it via a mail, you can add the action steps over here and you can share. Okay. Now we want that once the motivational quote is shared on our social media platforms, it should get deleted from our Google Drive folder. Okay. For that, come to this plus sign and click on add action step. In the choose application, let us find Google Drive over here. In the action event, we have to select delete file or folder. Let us select the same option over here, that is delete file or folder. Click on connect. Click on add new connection and click on connect with Google Drive. Now here we have to choose an account. So I'm just going to choose my account over here. Pabbly Connect Drives wants additional access to your Google account. So let's click on continue. Authorization successful. Okay, and now the Google Drive is connected to Pabbly Connect. Now here we have to map the file or the folder ID which needs to be deleted. So I'm just going to find the same file or folder from our Google Slides. And here we have to map the presentation ID. Okay, and let's click on save and send test request. Okay, and here we can see the responses received. So now let us check our Google Drive folder. Okay, and here we cannot find the presentation ID or the file which was generated. So it is deleted from here. Okay, it means our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and let us save this workflow first. Data saved successfully. Okay, so now we want to check this in the real time. For that, I'm just going to apply the scheduler time over here after just 5 minutes. Okay, I have already converted the time to UTC time format. So I'm just giving it as 2:15 over here, 2:15 PM. Okay, and let's click on save. Successfully scheduled. Okay, so this particular workflow will run at 2:15 PM. Okay, so we'll be checking the social media platforms at 2:15. So it's 2:15 now. Let us check our Facebook account. I'm just going to refresh it. Okay, let's scroll down. Okay, and here we can find a new quote. That is a new motivational quote. Science can flourish only in an atmosphere of free speech. And here we can find the author name. Okay, now let us check our Twitter account also. Okay, let's click on this show 2 tweets. Okay, and here we can find the same motivational quote is shared on our Twitter account also. And in this way, we can see that our integration is perfectly working fine. So let's move back to Pabbly Connect and I'll just minimize all these windows and let us see in a nutshell whatever we have done till now. Okay, so I have minimized all the windows. First, we have applied the scheduler over here so that this particular workflow should run every day at a specific time. Okay, then to automatically generate the motivational quotes, we have used the API of Zen Quotes over here. Then to capture the current date, we have applied the date and time formatter by Pabbly. Okay, then using the template, we have created a new motivational quote. Okay, we have created a new file which should be shared on the social media platform. Okay, and here we have applied the delay for 1 minute just because sometimes the presentation may take time to get created from the Google Slides over here. Then we have used the Google Slides to create a thumbnail so that the image should be shared on the social media platform. Then we have shared the particular file or the image on the social media platforms, that is on Facebook pages and Twitter. And once the motivational quote is published on the social media platform, we have deleted the file from the Google Drive. And in this way, we have created a successful integration using Pabbly Connect. So not just these software applications, you can integrate a ton of applications and automate your business with Pabbly Connect. In case of any queries, you can connect us to this Pabbly forum. To check the pricing details of Pabbly Connect, you can visit this particular URL. Also, the link of Pabbly Connect and this workflow is available in the description box. You can clone the same workflow into your account directly. If you really like this video and this video are helpful for you, then please comment, share and subscribe. Thank you everyone.